want to sit around and talk about these black men ain't nothing. These black men ain't that. In the last 30 years to 35 years, black men ain't even been in the house to raise them. So how y'all gonna talk about these young black boys ain't nothing when you sorry you one raised them the last 30 years? You the one throwed us out for welfare and then put us down talking about we don't love our kids and all that. Go down one of my 3 baby mamas and ask me if I'm a deadbeat dad. I love black women, Jamaican black, Spanish black, you American on you old.
Question, right? Destiny, you said you can't blame, I guess, the failures on the black community on black women. Is that what you said? Can you refresh that for me?
Yeah, I don't think you can't like blame all the failures of the black community on black women. I don't think that's fair.
What about blaming the majority?
I don't think that's fair either, especially when it comes to child making, because it takes 2 to tango. It's men and women.
Correct, right? But the thing is, if you're telling me that in certain parts of the world, as you said, they outnumber men 3 to 1, why would you not then at least, I'm not saying blaming is going to do anything, but why would you not say that there's some responsibility for what it is that they're doing? Also,
so for background, right? I don't know this other guy that's talking right now, but I know Angry Man a little bit. I've seen some of his videos. He's one of the people up in the manosphere. I think he's in the manosphere. I don't know. I just know that he talks about that type of stuff, right? The man versus woman stuff, the gender, wars and stuff, all of that stuff, right? So essentially what he claims is that men are leaders. That's what Angry Man believes, right? Angry Man believes men are leaders. I don't know what this other guy, the patriarchy, I think he believes men are leaders too because it says patriarchy in his name. So if it says patriarchy in your name, I'm pretty sure you believe that too. So if men are leaders, what is the one main characteristic of a leader? I think that is taking full responsibility for your followers, right? All of them, whether it be other men or a woman. One of the main characteristics of a leader is taking responsibility. I've been taught that by many men that I know and many women that I know, like even older women, because they had to be leaders, that honestly, which they're going to get into. But I'm just saying. So that's just background into this. They claim that men are leaders. So if a man is a leader, to me personally, I think that you have to take responsibility for all faults in your own community and what you do. Let's keep going.
Because the question, wait, let me just answer that. Because the question is, why do they outnumber men 3 to 1? It's because a lot of the guys are getting locked up.
Okay, and I think that that is the man's fault as well, right?
Sure.
But in general, even outside of the men that are being locked up, there's 1 million more black women than there are black men, right? And in your earlier statements, you said that they were the backbone of the community. If you have a backbone of a community and the community is failing, then I think you have some ability to place responsibility on what you said that backbone was.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, they're not the backbone because women.
First off, why do you give Destiny any type of authority as to talk about the black community and what it is and who's the backbone? But to be fair, he is right. The backbone of the black community is the woman. Now he's basically saying the patriarchy or whatever is saying, hey, if they are the backbone of the community, why don't they take the responsibility then? If that's what you say, they're the backbone of the community. Well, let's see. Maybe because they shouldn't be the backbone of the community. I don't think that they want to be the backbone of the community. It's so stupid to me to make the argument saying, hey, if these people are the backbone of the community, why shouldn't they take the responsibility? This and that. It's like, well, they shouldn't be in that position in the first place. The only reason they're up in that position is because men have failed them. That's personally what I believe. And I know a lot of you guys, a lot of black men specifically, my people, they're going to say, hey, you're being a simp right now. And I don't think so. I think it's a difference between being a simp and like saying, hey, this and that, you have to worship women and all that. And just saying, hey, if you're a leader, you should take responsibility for the people that you lead. Or are you leading them? I don't think you're a leader anymore. I think a lot of black men nowadays don't even think that they're leaders, which is, if you want to say that, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah.
Women want to be the leaders of the black community, but that's essentially what's happened in a lot of these communities.
Tell that to the squad that women don't want to be the leaders of the black community. It looks, as you said before, they're doing better in school. They're certainly making all the steps to become those
they
leaders.
do, because they have to, because black men have failed them.
Okay.
Because black men are looking.
It is so pathetic to me. I'm going to be honest with you. I have nothing against these two people personally, these two black guys personally. It is so pathetic to me that this white guy, Destiny, had to tell you that the black men in the said community that you are a part of have failed the woman in said community that you are a part of. Me personally, I think that that's pathetic. That he had to tell you that. Ooh, my bad. That he had to tell you that. But yeah.
back to legislation from 30 years ago saying Biden put drugs in my car. I had to carry a gun. Like all of these communities that are being policed have just as well, like we said earlier, there's more black women than black men in these communities. Black women aren't selling drugs. Black women aren't killing each other in the streets. Black women aren't, getting fucked with drugs like Biden made them to do it. So to say that like black women are the fault because they're the backbones of these communities that are really rough to manage because black men have like fallen on themselves so much. I just think it's fair to say that like, well, the problem is black women because they have to step up to try to manage these communities.
But it's, as you said before, it takes two to tango. So if you're going to, why don't you share responsibility in that blame? I don't disagree with you, right? I personally think Biden's crime bill was very effective in terms of lowering crime. But what I'm saying is that if I go to a community and you make up the majority voter base, right? Also, another reason why I think that the blame should be at least somewhat at somebody's feet is because who's consuming most of that welfare spending?
Yeah, well, it would make sense if black women are because black men run from their families, right? So of course,
no, that
but also real quick, when you say, I just want to be really clear. Wait, you can answer that, and I just want to be really quick. I'm not going to say black women are blameless. I'm just saying that the responsibility should be shared. It's probably a 50-50 thing because for every black man that
hold on, wait, no. You can hold black women accountable if you want to, but that does not make them responsible for the said issues in the black community because who is the leader at the end of the day? You can say, hey, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. As a black man, you can say that. But who is responsible for all of these things being wrong? Why is it that most of like the political people that I see rallying and doing stuff in the community is black women? Why are most of the people that I see raising kids black women? And right now, the angry man, this is his name, the angry man on the stream, he's going to try to combat this as if we don't see this with our very eyes, as if we don't have eyes as people, which I just think is hilarious, right? If you don't accept reality, you cannot fix it. And I just don't think that these people are accepting reality. But let's keep going. I'm just saying.
Stepped on a black woman after getting her pregnant. There's a black woman that fucked a black dude before getting married or deciding to use birth control, right? So I think there's equal blame there. But I wouldn't say that it's like most of it goes on black women. I said there's like 50-50.
Well, here's the thing. No, because you said something. We gotta clear that up. Black men do not run from their families. That is a total misnomer. And that is that is something that has been pushed for a very long time, and it is not accurate. As I stated before, when you go back to the 70s, you start to see black men leaving the households for numerous reasons. It wasn't just because they just decided, oh, you know what, I don't want to be a father. That's not true. They actually came out with a study, and the CDC numbers disproved that. So let's
wait,
stop.
CDC numbers disproved what?
Hold on, wait. I want you guys to just see what he did right there. Right. First off, me personally, I just think Destiny is just here to be a force for black women at this point, which is hilarious. But yeah, that's just hilarious, right? Because why are they even talking to him about this, right? But again, did you guys just see what he did? He just said, hey, there were multiple reasons for the black man to leave the household up in the 70s, right? And then he just did not list any reasons. He just said that there's a study out there. Okay, there's a study. What is this study, first off? What does it say? And what are these reasons as to why the black man left the household in the 70s? I would love to know these reasons. And please do not give me any type of systematic racism type bull, because I really don't buy that. At the end of the day, I know a lot of these guys say that they're conservative, this and that, but they want to play a victim when it comes to, oh yeah, we were systematically oppressed and pushed out of the house. How are you being pushed out of your house? How are you being pushed out of your households? That is ridiculous to me for you to even say. But let's keep going. I'm just saying. I just want you guys to see what he just did right there. He just said, hey, there are a list of reasons as to why black men did this, and then did not give any reason.
The black household having single moms is not like a myth.
No, I didn't say that. What I'm talking about is nowadays black fathers are actually in their children's lives more than any other demographic, even if they're not in the household. So
no,
if we're talking
come on,
about,
that's not true.
Go look it up.
I have looked it up. I know exactly
CDC.
Go look it up is what he said. Go look it up as if we can't see things with our eyes. He's basically saying that these statistics override our eyes. You know, I looked up a statistic one time that said that middle class people steal more than poor people, which is so stupid. Like I was just looking up, like doing research for like another video I was doing. Hey, who steals the most? What category? It says that middle class people steal more than poor people. Come on. Are we going to be serious here? Statistics aren't always right, and they don't always argue your point the correct way. Like, come on.
exactly the
CDC,
fucking PDF. Yeah,
look it up.
what they do is they do a whole bunch of like really clever number games to basically try to say that. I remember reading this thing, the truth about black fatherhood, and then it goes into stereotypes of black fathers. What they try to say is that like of the fathers that are absent in their child's lives, black fathers tend to be more involved than the other people that are uninvolved in their children's lives. But as a whole, for like whose fathers are more involved in their children's lives, the black community is the worst. Now, of the ones that are uninvolved, maybe the uninvolved, or maybe the black fathers that are out of the household are a bit better than like the white and the Asian and Indian and the Indian fathers that are out of the household. But as a whole, well, wait, hold on. You can't tell me that like it's so wait real quick. Let me just finish real quick. You can't tell me in one breath that I look around and I see all women are having children because I've got two friends that told me this for welfare, and then in the next breath say, well, I'm going to cite this like very esoteric analysis to prove that black men are just as involved with their children as everybody else, when everybody in the United States knows that's not true.
Everybody knows it's not true, and not only that, just look at how they are debating this white guy. I'm going to keep saying that because it's crazy that they're even having this debate with a white guy on the black community. But, you know, I guess anybody can have a debate. I will say that, but it's just very ironic to me, right? Like the specific context in which they're having this conversation is very ironic to me, right? But not only are they having a debate with them, with this guy, Destiny, they're losing the debate, technically. They're losing. They're actually getting schooled on their own community by said white guy. How is that even possible? How is it that you can say with your mouth, like literally say with a straight face, that black men don't run out on their families, or at least fail their families? How about that? Because sometimes it's not by choice. Actually, it is by choice. Because even if you do get arrested, I'm going to bring up, you know, they get arrested. But even if you do get arrested, that's still by choice because you decided to do that crime and do the time. So come on now.
Yes, I can, because look, okay, first of all, what everybody in the United States knows is true is a whole other story, especially considering the fact that you have an entire media system that has spent the past 70 years dogging black men, which is another reason why we're talking so much shit nowadays. This is the whole reason.
So many goddamn like victim cards being pulled. Like, why even say all of this? Like, because this happened and this. And by the way, I just have to make this very clear. I don't think that this conversation is at all productive. Who's at fault between men and women in the black community? It's not at all productive, because that is not going to fix anything. We need solutions, not blaming people in our own community. What? Why would you do that? What other community? Like, what? What? Come on. This is the next video. This is the Dr. Umar video. And now, you would think that Dr. Umar, the one who claims that white supremacy is a thing and all that stuff, he would be the bigger victim in this scenario, in this said topic, right? He would try to victimize his people a lot more, but no. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Well, over here, I want to say this to us, though, because we try to act like the way sisters treat us doesn't have a history that we are not at least partly responsible for. Let's be honest. The black woman has had to hold down the black house by herself, although imperfectly. She's had to do it by herself since the mass incarceration of black males began in the 1970s. You understand me? Most of our children are raised by a single mother right now. And it has been that way for about 50 years. So when a sister says,
that's true,
I don't need a man, because she couldn't find one strong enough to hold her down. Or when you meet a woman and you say, sister, I'm strong enough to be your man. You ain't got to work, or you ain't got to pay the bills or whatever. Pull back. I got you. And she can't do it because all the other men before you who disappointed her. So what I'm saying is black.
I actually wasn't expecting to pause it right here, but side note, that is very true. In my experience, that is very true. Even if I do say that to a woman, specifically my girl right now, she's going to be watching this video. She even said, oh, still want to work. Like, man, I would literally pay like everything. You know, and again, I'm going to get those simp allegations, but no, it's just like what I think a man should do. Personally, no matter the woman, I think a man should do that if you want to be up in this traditional man's role. I think that you should pay all their bills, except she's so scared to do that. I'm going to say scared. I don't want to use that word, but she's it's very hard for her to try to trust somebody to do that. You know what I mean? But let's keep going.
Like, man, we got to be patient with our women because we created that personality. We created that, and then we want to act like we didn't play a role.
We have to be held accountable for their poor selection.
No, you have to be held accountable. No, you have to be held accountable because they have a poor selection.
Exactly.
See, what you're saying, you're selecting a poor mate. And what I'm saying is they don't have much to select one, so of course she's going to end up with a poor mate. And why is she going to end up with a poor mate? Because we as black men are not raising black boys to be the men that our women need.
That's true.
We are not. They out there killing themselves right now. What we doing about it? Unemployed black males, what we doing about it? Pants sagging, weed smoking, what we doing about it? Black men are not raising black boys to be the men our community needs. That is 100% our fault. What I'm saying is she got a right to be angry with us. She got a right to be angry.
So because all of these guys, I'm assuming, right? I watched the Daily Rap like a couple times, right? I watched their shows a couple times. All of these guys claim that men are leaders, right? So if the man is the leader, if you have all of these men, or boys, how about that? That's rather boys like he just said, growing up to start shooting, they start robbing, shooting, killing, all of that stuff, selling drugs, all of that stuff, right? Because it's what happens. Not all of them, but I don't want to say a good majority, but the minority that do it, they very much affect the community. All people, people that's not hood still get affected by people in the hood. Come on, But yeah, if men are leaders and these boys are growing up like that, whose fault is that? It's nobody else's fault but men, because where is the man in the first place? Oh, in jail? Why is he in jail? Oh, because of the Biden crime bill up in 19 or whatever the hell. Oh, because, I don't know what the hell was it. The welfare system pushed black men out. Come on. Do we got to do all of that? Do we got to go through all of this? Come on. Can we just find solutions at this point? I'm sick of saying all of these problems that we had back in the past. Can we just move forward and stop being victims? That's what I want to do personally.
Angry with us. We have not been on our job as black men. If the men are the providers, what have we been providing for our community? I'm not speaking you individually.
Yes.
You may be a damn good father. You may be a damn good father. You may be a damn good father, but guess what? What are we doing for the community? What are we doing for the children who don't have a father? You don't think the black woman got a right to be angry when she's been raising 2/3 of the kids by herself for 50 years? And the minute she raised her voice, we say she's not humble enough? She had to become masculine to survive the rape, the molestation, the domestic abuse. Are you telling me you can't see how we created that?
I understand that, but she needs to be more
If we was loving
selective.
our women and taking care of our women, do you think she would be like that?
I understand that, but she needs to be more selective. Makes zero sense in this scenario. In this scenario, they're arguing, hey, why do women disrespect men? Why do they talk to them a certain way? That's what they're arguing. That's how this conversation started, right? In this scenario, it doesn't matter as to their selection process or anything like that and why they've been through what they've been through, so then they treat you like that. It's why are these people even like that in the first place? Why do they have to even go through that? Why is it black men that exist that do these things to black women? Oh, wait, because we as black men, me included, I got to put myself in it, even though I'm younger. I'm 23, so I'm bringing myself a little bit. No. See, look, I'm trying to be a victim right now. I'm trying to give them an excuse. No, me included, we as black men have allowed these type of things to happen. So if we have allowed these things to happen, to me personally, I think that it's our responsibility as black men to fix them. Now, if you're a black man out there, you might not agree. I would actually love to debate this topic with anybody. So if anybody ever wants to hit me up, my real name is Devontae Kelly. You can just email me at devontaekelly45@gmail.com. We can set up an interview, whatever. I want to go back and forth with a lot of people about this specific topic because I actually really feel strongly about this topic. I believe that a lot of black men don't truly think that they are responsible for what's happening in the black community, which I just think is ridiculous. I think that it's hilarious, honestly. Honestly, I think it's hilarious. Now, let's keep going. I'm just saying, let's keep going.
That personality has a history.
If she's picking Pookie and Ray Ray instead of
you're making her a scapegoat.
No, she's picking a scapegoat.
No.
There's good quality men that they ignore.
Why she even got it? Why is there even a Pookie in the selection?
You gotta ask her that.
No. I'm gonna tell you why there's a Pookie in the selection.
What?
You gotta ask her that. Why would you have to ask a person that you are said that you are supposedly leading as to why that these people are in the selection pool in the first place? If you are the person that creates and orchestrates what said community does and how they operate and all of that stuff, right? If you are the one that orchestrates this stuff, why is it that you have to ask a woman as to why these people are in this selection? And in a second, I think you guys are going to see how these guys truly think, which is why they think it just makes sense why they think like this because of how they actually just think in other aspects.
Because black men have abandoned black boys and have allowed social media, white media, athletes, and rappers to raise them. That's why she with Pookie. If we never allowed Pookie to develop, she would not have a Pookie. If we're going to be men, The first thing we got to do is take responsibility for why our women feel the way they feel.
I can hear that.
I'm not saying
that.
I don't think you hearing it, but also I just got to say this, right? I do not agree with Dr. Umar on about like 99% of things. So you guys could imagine my surprise when I was looking up this topic that I seen this video by him and that he said these type of things. It is ridiculous that he even has to say this to people. Like, why do you even have to say this? There should be like a thing that just people know, except I'm just surprised that he even said it in the first place. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I actually agree wholeheartedly with this entire video, which is surprising.
At their right to disrespect, because even if a woman disrespects me, right? That still don't give me a right to disrespect her because she's still the queen of the community. Even if she's not acting like it, I'm going to give her that respect. But when I hear brothers talk,
what he's talking about right now is you leading. Why would you follow in the footsteps of somebody that you're supposed to be leading? If she disrespects you, why would you follow her in disrespecting her, right? Why would you do that? Why would you follow her? You're the one that's supposed to be leading. Understand? That's what I'm assuming. That's what I think he's coming from. That's where I'm coming from, at least when I say that. By the way, I agree with all of this stuff that he's saying before he even said it. So don't say, oh, you know, he isn't. I already agree with it. But and also, a lot of black men disrespect women, and I gotta call myself out too. I am guilty of doing this. The way I talk sometimes, because I've been raised to talk a certain way, and I've just been around a lot of men that talk a certain way. But I have to fix that. You know, it's a way that I speak that sometimes can come off as very rude. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, very rude. I could be very vicious with the mouth when I want to be. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I have to fix that about myself. But let's keep going. I'm just saying.
Talk like this discourse we having now.
Yeah.
We act like we don't understand.
No,
There's reasons for that shit.
I do understand. Women are so valuable. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think women ground men and help them, you know, propel to the next level. I think men get further in life with a woman, right? But if I'm a hardworking man, but I'm only looked at as resources, and then she's ready to jump on Tom, Dick, and Harry because he got flash, he's shining a little bit more, his access to money is quicker than mine. It's kind of hard to have that.
Well, no, hold
on, wait, no. First off, that's a completely different conversation. What he's talking about, gold diggers, basically. And to me personally, if you attract gold diggers, you're most likely to land, because why are you even leading with money? That shouldn't be. I have a lot to talk about that way, so I'm just gonna digress on that. But that's the first thing. Secondly, you're the one that allows that, man. If you allow her to go over you like that, whose fault is that? For Tom, Dick, and Harry, he said whatever. You can. It's so many women out there, so many black women. Any woman, I don't think. Me personally, I don't care who you date. I don't care what color you date. Honestly, I'm not a doctor. That's the one thing I disagree with them all. But still, it's so many women out there as to where you're gonna get mad that this woman skipped over you to go to another man that got this and that. That's what she's attracted to personally. You can attract something else. And like he said, though, Dr. Umar said, these selections didn't even exist for where people can make dirty money like that. Let's keep going. I'm just saying.
I agree with you, but that's not all sisters.
No, it's not.
And if you're constantly running into that type of woman, then the problem is you, because you're attracting a certain low vibrational energy. Why is
why
that?
not have that same energy for women? You just again, you have
because
the man
we having a
responsible.
conversation as men.
Yeah,
I got plenty of interviews with all women where I check them too.
All right.
But as a man, you should not be concerned about what I say to them. No. As men, we should be concerned of what we're going to do to produce a better generation of black males for tomorrow.
That's where I'm going to end this video. But I just have to say this about what he just said, right? It's very interesting, right? That a lot of black men are actually focused on what black women are doing or something like that, right? When technically the biggest threat to black men are black men, because they rob us the most. I got shot right here in this room from a black man personally. Wasn't doing nothing either. I was just chilling right here, actually, getting prepared for it. Got shot, boom. So stuff like that can happen. The biggest victims of that black men are, or to other black men, is basically what I'm saying. The biggest threat to black men are black men. So we should focus on trying to raise a better society of black men. So honestly, the biggest threat to the black community is black men. What am I talking about? I said to black men. Honestly, to women too. Yeah. They're the biggest threat to the community is black men. We have to fix that. And that's up to us as black men to fix, because how is a woman going to physically do anything to a man? How are they going to even step to a man that's like that, right? That's on us. So me personally, I agree with Dr. Umar wholeheartedly as to what we should do about this situation. But with that being said, I digress. I think this video is already long enough. This is a long ass video. My name is yedotti. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Peace.